People think the world runs just like we see it, with leaders making big decisions out in the open. But what if I told you there's a theory that hidden among us are alien reptilians looking just like humans, and they're the ones truly pulling the strings? In this video, we're diving into the mysterious world of these alien beings. Whether it's your first time hearing about this, or you're already curious, this will shed light on one of the most intriguing theories out there: the belief in reptilian aliens. Many people in the United States, around 12 million according to a survey, think that the country is run by beings from outer space that look like lizards but wear human bodies. This unusual idea comes from a man named David Icke in Britain, who tells stories about famous people, even the Queen of England, being part of this alien group that drinks human blood and can change their shape. David Icke is known for his new ideas and has written a lot about how he believes people in power are not really humans, but reptiles from a faraway star system called Draco. He says these creatures have been controlling human civilization for a long time. Psychologists, who study how our minds work, say that it's normal for us to be a little wary or suspicious of others, especially those in power. They say this kind of thinking can be good for us because it keeps us alert and cautious. David Icke's theory. In 1998, David Icke wrote a book called The Biggest Secret, in which he shared a startling claim. He said that for thousands of years, the world has been under the control of reptilian creatures from space. These creatures, according to Icke, are not just any aliens, but they belong to royal bloodlines and even started a group called the Illuminati, which he believes runs the world. Icke's theories have stirred quite a bit of controversy. Some of his ideas sound a lot like old, untrue stories that wrongly accuse Jewish people of terrible things. Because of this, some people have accused Icke of being anti-Semitic. Icke, however, has denied these accusations. Despite the serious nature of these accusations, Icke's lizard people theory has caught the attention of many over the years. It even gained more spotlight when Barack Obama was the President of the United States. Around the same time, a video popped up on YouTube suggesting that President Obama was protected by these reptilian beings, disguised as his security team. This video got over 3 million views, causing more curiosity and discussion. YouTube even added a note to the video directing viewers to a page explaining that reptilian humanoids are just a fictional concept. When the government was asked about such bizarre claims, they responded with humor. A spokesperson joked that if there were any secret programs using aliens or robots to protect the president, they would have to cut back on them due to budget cuts in defense spending. Another popular figure like Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, found himself in an odd situation during a live Q&A session. Among questions about technology and his journey as an entrepreneur, someone asked if he was a lizard in disguise. This might sound funny or strange. Zuckerberg answered with a simple no, saying he's not a lizard. People are also talking about famous leaders like Trump, the British royal family, Hillary Clinton, and others, wondering if they might be lizard people too. This all started when they were very much talked about during the 2016 presidential debates. But unlike Mark Zuckerberg, these leaders haven't talked about these lizard stories, so no one knows what they would say. How to spot a reptile person. In some stories and talks, people mention lizard people or reptilians, especially when discussing secret cults controlling the world, like the Illuminati. These Draco reptilians are said to have been focusing on Earth, trying to keep people under their control by influencing powerful leaders and the media. But the story goes, there are good beings from space coming to help free Earth from this control, and many believe we're starting to see changes in the world because of this. If you're curious about how to spot these lizard people, there are a few signs that some say give them away. First, their eyes change. It's said that these reptilian beings can change their eye color, which would be quite unusual for regular humans. Secondly, they have red or reddish hair. Having red or slightly red hair is thought to be a common trait among lizard aliens. Thirdly, they have super hearing capacity. They're believed to have much better hearing than humans. Another interesting sign is if someone tends to make electronic devices go haywire without touching them. Finally, having unusual space connections. Those who seem too interested in space or aliens might be suspected of being part lizard. Hostile cases of Retile conspiracy followers. A young man named Isaiah Gentry was arrested for attacking his dad at their home in Tempe in March of 2021. He used a statue to hit his dad on the head and then stabbed him 20 times with a steak knife. His dad managed to get away and find help at a neighbor's house. Even though the attack was really bad, his dad didn't die from his injuries. The police found out that Isaiah said he did it because he thought his dad was a shape-shifting reptile. Isaiah had been in the hospital for a while, but after he got out, he was arrested for trying to kill his dad. Another tragic incident happened in Seattle, where a man named Bucky Wolf, who is 26 years old, was charged with the serious crime of second-degree murder. He is accused of taking the life of his brother, using a very long sword that was 4 feet in length. This sad event led to Wolf being held in jail with a very high bail set at $1 million. However, due to the seriousness of what happened and the danger Wolf posed to others, the court held him without any chance of bail. The court documents describe a scene where Wolf allegedly used the sword to cause fatal harm to his brother James Wolf, whose age wasn't mentioned in the reports. The way James was found has led officials to worry deeply about Bucky Wolf's mental health, suggesting he might be going through a severe mental illness. The day when this all happened, Bucky Wolf called the emergency number and told the operator he had hurt his brother because he believed his brother was not really human, but a lizard. His words during the call were very disturbing, as he said things like, kill me, I can't live in this reality," and "God told me he was a lizard." When the police arrived at their home on Finney Avenue North, they found the sad truth of James Wolf's condition. Bucky and his brother used to live close to each other, with Bucky staying in a small apartment next to the main house where his brother and father lived. After the incident, Bucky was found and arrested not far from their home. The third tragic case I have for you is the explosion orchestrated by Anthony Quinn Warner on Christmas Day 2020. There was visible damage on the ongoing construction in Nashville's nightlife hub. Warner had parked his RV on 2nd Avenue, initiating a countdown with a recorded message warning people to evacuate the area, followed by an explosion that resulted in significant destruction. Remarkably, Warner was the only fatality thanks to the efforts of police officers who evacuated the vicinity. The attack targeted AT&T's main central office, leaving the building in ruins. Conversations with local shop employees revealed a reason surrounding the bombing. Warner believed that the AT&T building was a hub for a secret race of reptilian overlords using 5G technology for mass mind control. This incident was not an isolated case leading to tragic outcomes. In 2022, a documentary titled Watch the Water spread the claim that COVID-19 was a synthetic form of snake venom distributed through vaccines and public water systems, aiming to alter human DNA. The final tragic case I have for you is the tragic incident of a California dad, Matthew Taylor Coleman, who took the lives of his 2 young children in Mexico. Coleman, 40, who owned a surfing school, believed his children, aged 2 years and 10 months, were going to grow into monsters and felt compelled to kill them to prevent this. The authorities charged him with the foreign murder of U.S. nationals after he confessed to using a spearfishing gun in the act. The situation began when Coleman's wife, concerned for her children's whereabouts after her husband took them without explanation, contacted the Santa Barbara police. Her anxiety grew as Coleman remained unresponsive to her messages. Utilizing the Find My iPhone feature, she discovered Coleman's last known location was in Rosarito, Mexico. This prompted a missing persons report and an FBI investigation into suspected parental kidnapping. Coleman was detained by Border Protection agents upon his return to the U.S., where they found blood in his van but no sign of the children. He later confessed to the killings during an FBI interview, directing authorities to the murder weapon and the location of his discarded bloody clothing. He also identified the bodies recovered by Mexican authorities as his children. According to the criminal complaint, Coleman's actions were influenced by his belief in serpent DNA, a concept tied to the lizard people. Coleman told authorities he was introduced to the idea of serpent DNA through QAnon. Now, whether or not the existence of these reptilian beings exists, no one knows for sure. But so many people are putting laws in their hands to make sure they put an end to the mysterious unknown concept. What do you think? If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe.